Neste Oil Rally Finland. We're in the heart of rallying country, and this event has truly lived up to expectations. The atmosphere has been incredible. The speeds have been unbelievable. And the action, well, there's only one way to describe it: pure carnage.
Hey, 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 hey.
The first full day of the rally saw the top two championship contenders go head-to-head in a struggle for supremacy. The local hero, Mikko Hirvonen, was looking to show why the Finns always do well here. But his rival in the Citroën, Sebastian Loeb, had other ideas, and by the end of the day, it was the Frenchman at the top of the leaderboard. The surprise package of the day was Stobart's Henning Solberg. His dogged consistency and experience took him to a much-coveted podium position. Saturday saw Henning drop down the order and a fierce three-way battle commence between Gigi Gali, Danny Sordo and Chris Atkinson. But Gali rolled out on the Kakaristo stage, and it was the man in the new Subaru Impreza, Chris Atkinson, who claimed third position, having started the day in seventh. He's not taking anything for granted, though.
We came here wanting a podium, but it's important to get both cars to finish, so we'll make sure we try and keep it together, but it's not easy on these roads.
The two-way duel for the top spot continued, with Sebastian and Mikko swapping stage victories. The Jyväskylä resident certainly can't be criticised for a lack of effort, taking 3 stage wins in front of his fans. But by the end of the day, he'd lost a further 4 seconds to Loeb. Mikko never gives up, though.
What's your plan of attack for tomorrow?
Just go flat out. Definitely, I will go. If the gap is the same, I'll try all the way to the end.
Sebastian Loeb must be very pleased with his performance so far, although you wouldn't know it to look at him. The Frenchman is a cool customer. He knows that if he's going to win his first Rally Finland, he must stay mentally strong.
I have to approach tomorrow like I approach every stages in the start of the rally, because the problem here, if you release just a bit, it's a so big difference. If you don't take the same risks, you lose immediately a lot of time. So you have to drive to be very aggressive, and so I think I would have to start in the same state of mind.
Looking at the leaderboard going into the final day, the Solberg brothers are sitting in 5th and 6th, with an intriguing battle lined up for today between Sordo and Atkinson. Only 1 second separates those two, and of course Loeb and Hirvonen are still vying for ultimate victory. Rally Finland takes place north of the capital Helsinki, in the countryside around Jyväskylä. This final day of the rally is one of the shortest on the WRC calendar. Weather conditions are expected to remain dry and bright once again. The drivers will head east of Jyväskylä for just 3 stages today, over a distance of 40.47 kilometres, with the huge jumps of Ryömäki providing a spectacular finale. So it all comes down to the final 3 stages. Either Sebastian Loeb or Mikko Hirvonen will claim their first ever Finland rally win. Loeb is the first onto the 23-kilometre stage 22, the longest of the day, and with an advantage of over 18 seconds.
300 mètres. Potentiel.
The Frenchman is in this position because despite driving above and beyond the limits of most competitors all weekend, Sebastian hasn't made any significant errors. He just needs to maintain his focus for 3 more stages. Hirvonen will keep the pressure onto the last of the Finn, deep in concentration on the start line. There's a lot of loose gravel around on this opening stage. It's very slippery, so a tricky start to the day. While it will pain Mikko to see a Frenchman on top of the podium at his home event, the Finn has the utmost respect for the speed Seb has shown on these treacherous forest roads around Jyväskylä.
Pitkä nyt lyhyt vasen täys, jarru 6, lyhyt oikein, eri menetti, lähtö käännä 100. Huomio, varo, nyt 3 vasen, hidas ahdas.
You can see the loose gravel around, but unfortunately, there's not much of a clean line for Mikko to follow. Chris Atkinson and the Subaru team will be encouraged by the speed he's shown in the new Impreza. The Australian is on course for his 5th podium finish of the season, and with Latvala out of the point-scoring places, Chris could also move back into 3rd place in the championship race. Danny Sordo, though, begins the morning just a second behind the Subaru driver. The Spaniard tries to push, but after making a few errors early on, he decides not to risk an all-out attack. With good points on offer for himself and the team, it's more important Danny secures 4th place. Back with Sordo's teammate, and through the early split times, Loeb has been running around a second slower than Kievanen, but they won't unduly concern the Frenchman. This is the longest stage of the day, and with these 23 kilometres cleared without incident, Seb can breathe a sigh of relief and a chance now to catch up with the world champion at the end of the stage.
Sebastian, it's the final day of Rally Finland, day of destiny for you. Coming in yet a fair-sized lead, but only lost 1.5 up to 19 Ks. It's a good run.
Yeah, it's okay. I tried to push because it's very dry this morning, and I was sure Mikko will try. So I started with a good motivation to go fast and to push. Then in the stage when I saw the splits and I saw I was in a good rhythm, it was okay. So I tried to go fast without extremely risk, but it was a good run.
Loeb seems satisfied with his performance there, but another opportunity for Hirvonen now to try and make a dent in the leader's advantage. Charging on towards the finish line, he was up on the splits, remember, but this is looking pretty close. They're dead level again. That's the 3rd time they've set identical times on this rally. Hirvonen's running out of kilometres.
Mikko, that's not the first time you've matched Sebastian's time, but this was a stage where really everything had to be done in it.
Yes, and I definitely tried. I'm sure you can see it from everybody else's times how much we were pushing, but he did the same. I couldn't come a lot faster.
Do you think that's it, really game over now?
I still go flat out, but if nothing happens by driving, you're not going to catch him, but just keep on the pressure and let's see.
Further back, Henning Solberg's challenge has faded after making a fine start to the rally on Friday. The Norwegian begins the final day in 5th, and he won't want to slip any further back, especially with his younger brother Petter not too far behind in 6th. The Subaru man begins just over 27 seconds behind his brother. But as his teammate Atkinson has shown, the new Impreza is beginning to show some impressive pace on Finland's undulating roads.
120.
He's 5.5 seconds quicker than Henning on stage 22. Almost unnoticed amongst the thrilling fight at the front and the carnage throughout the event, a young Finn called Matti Rantanen has guided his privately entered Ford Focus into 7th place and given himself a real chance to claim his first ever World Championship points. Tony Gardemeister currently occupies the final point-scoring place. The Finn has never had the best of luck at his home event, but finally, with the handling improvements to the SX4 having an immediate effect and reliability looking much improved, the Japanese team can feel optimistic about the rest of the season.
Pitkä oikee 3. Nyt oikee.
No change in positions after stage 22. Loeb maintains his 18.2-second advantage, while Atkinson has edged away from Danny Sordo. The Spaniard is now 13.4 seconds behind the man in 3rd. It's not looking good for Hirvonen, but it's not over yet. Stay with us for the final 2 stages of Rally Finland. There are 2 more stages to come here at Rally Finland, with time running out for local hero Mikko Hirvonen to prevent Sebastian Loeb from claiming a historic victory. Onto the 11-kilometre Hanula stage, and Loeb could be forgiven for easing off the pace a little.
Ferme 4 même plus long, étroit. Et droite à fond.
Oh, but a small mistake from Loeb there. He's got away with that, but a sign for Sebastian that he can't afford to relax just yet.
Sur droite, sans plus, pas corde, entrée. Sur gauche, 130 cordes. Et droite.
Using virtual spectator, we can get an idea how costly that error was from the world champion. Approaching the corner in question, there is very little between Loeb and Hirvonen. But that slight overshoot at that junction sees Seb almost skid to a halt, while the Ford man soon pulls away. And at the first split time, not long after the incident, Hirvonen is 2.1 seconds up on Loeb. This is the chance he was waiting for, but will it be enough? Possible glimmer of hope then for Mikko, but can he make up enough time to trouble the rally leader? Chris Atkinson, meanwhile, isn't quite secure in third. He's only 13.4 seconds ahead of Danny Sordo, coming into stage 23. The Australian's transition into one of the most consistent performers in the championship looks set to continue. Chris and co-driver Stefan Prevost look very focused as they safely make it through Hanala. With Atkinson still looking strong, it's unlikely that Sordo will risk too much in his efforts to keep the pressure on the man in third. Danny is quicker than the Subaru driver in here, but only by 0.8 of a second. It's probably too little, too late for Sordo. Back to Hirvonen, and he'll be well aware from his split times that Sebastian has slipped up somewhere after the second marker. 6.7 kilometres in, Mikko was 3.8 seconds up on Loeb. He's giving everything towards the finish to maximise his gain on the leader. Approaching the finish boards now, he's going to be a lot quicker. 6.4 seconds made up. It's a big step forward, but it still may not be enough. And while Henning Solberg begins stage 23 with an advantage of almost 22 seconds over his brother Petter, the Stobart Ford man can't afford to back off too much.
Kort 6 venstre 40, kort 4 venstre 60. Kort 4 venstre. Tilsprett over køen 120. Kort 5 høyre. I 6 venstre.
It's not the first time we've seen these two brothers fighting for position this year, and sibling rivalry, it seems, is proving a potent inspiration. Petter flies through stage 23, making up more than 10 seconds on Henning. Loeb's half spin in stage 23 could be very costly. There's now just 11.8 seconds between first and second, but there is only the 6-kilometre Ruumäki stage left to run. The leaderboard is rounded off by two local boys, Rantanen 2 minutes ahead of Tony Gardemeister. Just one stage remaining in Finland. The Ruumäki test is coming up in a few minutes. Welcome back to the finale of Rally Finland. While Mikko Hirvonen has one more stage to go in his efforts to push for a win, his teammate Jani-Matti Latvala has been left down in 42nd. By virtue of the high attrition rate, though, amazingly, the Finn should at least take home a consolation point for Ford in the Manufacturers' Championship. Khalid Al-Qasimi can take away the honour of the longest jump of the weekend, a massive 55 metres yesterday. The Abu Dhabi Tourism Authority-backed Ford driver is on course to bring his Focus home a creditable 11th. While Conrad Rautenbach has survived his first attempt at Rally Finland in a WRC car. Barring disaster, the reigning African champion should finish 10th. The final stage of the event, Ruumäki, is a classic Finnish test and features a spectacular sequence of jumps towards the finish. Matthew Wilson has never looked like threatening the front-runners this weekend. But a big slide there from the Stobart man. The British driver, though, has at least succeeded in safely negotiating the most fearsome rally on the calendar, where so many others have failed. Wilson is on course to finish just outside the points in 9th. Matti Rantanen will be delighted with his performance on his first outing in a WRC car in a World Championship event. The 27-year-old claims 7th place and is clearly yet another sign that the pool of talent in Finland is showing no sign of decreasing. Peter Solberg is finishing with a flourish. A few small technical problems aside, it's been another promising event for the Norwegian. He's ensured 3 good points finishes out of 3 in the new Impreza, and just to underline the car's potential, he claims the fastest time on the final stage. Henning Solberg, though, has done just enough to hold off his younger brother. It isn't the podium he was hoping for, but 5th place is a satisfactory result and also ensures a few points for the Stobart Ford team in their efforts to stay in touch with Subaru in the Manufacturers' Championship. Danny Sordo, meanwhile, has conceded defeat in his hopes of chasing down Chris Atkinson. It's been another fine gravel performance for the Spaniard, though, and 4th is a great result for Citroën. And the signs are that Subaru could again be a force to be reckoned with sometime soon. It's another podium finish for Atkinson, his 5th of the season, and he's back to 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. Unfortunately for Hirvonen, the final stage is only 6.5 kilometres long. Unless Loeb makes another uncharacteristic error, Mikko will not be able to catch the Frenchman on pace alone. Glancing at the telemetry on this final stage, the speeds are no less impressive on this short sprint to the finish. Over 170 kilometres an hour there, and the Finn clearly giving his all right until the end. Mikko powers his way through the tree-lined road for one last charge. It's been a terrific fight, and whatever the result, he's enjoyed every second of this thrilling battle. And the Finnish fans have applauded their man every step of the way as he entertains them with some huge jumps here.
120. Ja nyppy vasen laita täys. 4, nyppy oikea laita täys. Ja vasen täys eli nypyn 6. Nyppy kesken pyrky pitkin vasen loiva kirra ja auki. Ja oikea täys nypy keskellä.
Loeb has been trying to win this prestigious event for several years now, but has been thwarted every time by Hirvanen's former teammate Marcus Gronholm. This year, with the great Finn retired, Seb has sensed his opportunity, and it's been an incredible effort from the Citroën man to stay ahead of Hirvanen. Only Carlos Sainz, Didier Auriol and Marco Martin have broken the Scandinavian stranglehold of wins in Finland. Sebastian Loeb has joined that exclusive group. Stage cleared, and another landmark achieved by Loeb and co-driver Daniel Elena.
Winning Finland is an incredible feeling because I think it's for sure it's one of the most mythic rally, but it's especially the most difficult rally and most technical and fast rally. So to win here in front of some Finnish drivers, it's really a good feeling.
Sebastian is quickly over to greet his rival, a sign of mutual respect after the two men spurred each other on to some incredible driving. The final standings then, after 24 hard-fought stages, sees Loeb win by a margin of just 9 seconds ahead of Hirvanen. Atkinson secures another podium finish and the second for the new Impreza, while Dani Sordo finishes off a fine weekend for Citroën by finishing 4th. And the Abu Dhabi Spirit of the Rally Award goes to a local with a difference. Matti Rantanen winning the award for an exceptional drive, taking 7th overall in his privateer Focus. But the big celebrations are back at Citroën after that historic win.
It means it's incredible. You know, when I came here, honestly, I thought in my best dreams to be finished second and then 5th maybe, you know, and we won and 4th.
And for Sebastian, how much does this win mean for Sebastian?
I think he wanted it. This is why he fight all the 3 days, and he said, don't worry, you will have your points, but I want to win.
For sure, it's more that what we could expect coming in Finland to take him 2 points, but it's good. But now we have to continue. Since the start of the season, Mikko is in front, and it's not easy to catch him.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I mean, I came here to win the rally, and okay, not so disappointed on my driving. I mean, it was a fantastic fight, and really, the speed we did was definitely a lot higher than last year. But he just found those few seconds to take the win, and that's it.
Chris, congratulations. When we started this rally, do you think 3rd was achievable?
I thought it was possible, but especially when you saw Jari-Matti go out on the first day, then we knew it was going to be a fight. We had a tough first day and we had some problems, but the last 2 days we were 9th one stage and now we're 3rd, so we'll take that.
So after all that, Hirvanen holds on to the lead in the driver's title, but only by a single point. Chris Atkinson's 6 points help him move back into 3rd. Dani Sordo also moves up from 5th to 4th, whilst Jari-Matti Latvala's early exit means he drops from 3rd to 5th. In the manufacturers, Citroën take 15 points to Ford's 9, reducing the gap to just 3. Subaru also increased their lead over Stobart Ford to 17 points. The next challenge for the crews is Rally Deutschland. The German event is the first proper tarmac rally of the season, and there's a full preview on WRC.com. Plus, there are interviews with all the drivers about the upcoming Rally Germany. And there's also another chance to see all the incidents captured by the fans here in Finland. But for now, it's time for Loeb to celebrate yet another groundbreaking win. And once again, the fans have turned out in their thousands to show their appreciation of a rally great. It's a spectacular way to sign off what's been one of the most dramatic events in Finland for years. It's been an enthralling rally in Finland, and the championship race continues to ebb and flow. We'll be back in 2 weeks for Rally Deutschland, but for now, from Evascula, it's goodbye.